Hello, my lovely people, and this is me, Julia, root photographer, and today this video would be about adult photography skills. Okay, and what can I say? I've just checked, the whole content of the group, and I realized that, if we take 100%, 60% would like to learn adult photography to have new skills. Okay, and what new skills do is impact your life, of course, and set up you for the new future. I mean, I will go into this deeper. Okay, and then there were left 40%, 20 of them, okay, doing it for the thrill, right, to go into adult photography to enjoy themselves. Okay, and that I can tell you, there is a lot of people who would get in contact with you just for that reason. Okay, and then the last 20% are doing it because they want to improve their own relationship with themselves, sexuality, sexual relationship, connection, sexual energy. And that is like a self-healing or self-development process. Okay, so that's how I would establish this, right? And what can I say? The majority of people who would invest in this course and go for this course, of course, would be looking it for new skills, right? And what that means. Okay, that means that, you know how it is popular nowadays that people do not want to waste time and want to get straight away into it, just want to start taking pictures. They want to start doing something. And I'm not against that, absolutely not against that. But what happened is, because I've spent so many time, many years in this field creating it, there will be a time, okay, when you will stop and you will start thinking what the fuck you are doing and why you are doing this in the first place. Okay, and what you want to create and what you want to achieve and what is the difference of doing this and doing that. And because adult photography, it's not with the static subjects, right? These are live people, these are lives that you can impact. Yes, these are how to say, insecure personalities, okay, that you can make an impression and change the future. No, seriously. I mean, new skills which you will develop, for example, will give you a new income, right? It will be your new job. And if it's match with your passion, then it's great. Then it's great. Then you find yourself and you have something what you love and get paid for the work what you do, which I'm very happy that I'm in adult business. But the reason why I'm not going straight away into photography and explaining you the poses, the tips, the bits and pieces, only for that reason, because you need to understand the concept in general. What is art and how you can create something special, something important in life. Okay, not just snappy snaps. I mean, if you want to take a very good picture on your camera, and I speak about iPhone, right, then you go to Apple or Android company and they will explain you how to take those pictures, right? That's simple as that. The only I can add is that check your settings before you do and clean your camera. Well, okay, on the both sides, if there is many cameras now in one phone, right? That's what I can tell. Okay, if you're shooting, I don't know, landscapes, if you're shooting some objects, I mean the vase, or you're shooting some fruits, or you're shooting a birdie, or how to say, or your cat, that's a totally different thing. So that is why people are going straight away into a lighting technique, posing technique, and comparing one and the other artist, discussing that. But when you're shooting a human soul, when you're shooting a sexual energy, that's what you will be working with, yes, if you want to go into adult photography. Because I am got, you know, I got so much annoyed. Like, for example, just recently, one guy one guy called me and we were talking about adult photography. Okay, and he would like to shoot nude art, explicit content, I mean, boner pictures, right? And cum shots. Okay, and he wants to do the cum shots. And I'm saying to him that I am the only woman, actual artist woman, who's with the wealth of experience and doing this a really long time and working in this field. And he says, no, you know what? I was shooting with one woman before. I said, yeah, and how long it was? He says, 3 years ago. But she was amateur. Okay, amateur. Okay, I said amateur. And what did you do? And he was like, well, I was doing it for my old thrill. Okay, so he found and convinced some photographer to do those shots. The lady have no fucking clue what she's doing. Okay, she was doing it for money. And that is porn. Okay, when you do not understand, and I'm saying, okay, so why is it you want this? Well, he's looking for the same thrill. He wants me to take pictures to watch him when he's masturbating and when he's coming. Okay, and that is a very big niche of how to say, certain intellectual and certain energy people who would do it for their own pleasure, for their own entertainment, for fun, for how to say, for satisfaction, right? Because he got that stimulus out there from that lady and he's looking to get this again. And I've priced this service for him. And he was like, okay, I'll get back to you if I can afford. And I can tell you this, that when you will start doing adult photography and erotic photography, right, you will notice, if you're doing it seriously as a business, you will notice that you would need to, the reason why I'm explaining you the basis and the basic things, how to become an artist, because you need to stand your ground. You know, I don't want you to work for pennies. I don't want you to be cheap. I don't want you to create porn. Okay, if you're doing porn, even if you add this sense and feeling of artistry, it will make more value. Okay, and it will give more viewers to that to, to, to that project, right? If you will create an image, it will be more powerful. I mean, what is the art? We have an idea, right? Let's say we're taking a picture of the landscape. Okay, you can come in the morning and take the sunrise with your phone, and it will be amazing sunrise. Okay, but how we divide an absolute artwork when there is a professional who did this many times, and he would have many goes. He would take and try many lenses, filters, cameras, angles, positions, times different, you know, and he would take it again and again and again so that he would understand exactly how it's supposed to look. Okay? I mean, there are photographers, especially in the journalistic field, which is enough to take one snappy shot because the picture itself represents a story or represent them some kind of important information which moves people, right? Like starving children or the war, or you know, different kind of information when inflicts some energy and some thinking and how to say, there is some objection in there. Okay, there is some, how to say, they argue to this picture, right? And I'm talking about adult photography, right, where capturing human form, okay, in its shape, in its religion, in its texture, in its age, in its composition, in its posing, you know, everything combined together must be perfect, right? It's like a puzzle. And so why I'm explaining to you and why I'm not going straight away into, okay, shooting vaginas and cocks, because that is the most important thing. And that is how you can evaluate your work. That is how you can choose from all the pictures which you will be taking which one is that one, okay? Because you will spend years, okay, figuring this out. Even if you will take the pictures, you will need later data to understand how you will process them, how you will use them, which picture is for what, okay? And in general, if you have a reason why you are creating this session, this artwork, okay, then your art is like validated, okay? And the first validation, it has to come inside you, okay? You need to be confident. You're not taking a pictures and then going and say, oh, have a look and choose which one, tell me which one is which one is. That's not working this way, okay? You are the one who is assessing the file, and you are the one who is taking a decision why this one is working and that's what is not working, what's wrong and what are the differences between those pictures, right? And like I say, there are so many elements which are related to standard photography. Like when I explain to people about my studio, I say my studio is not like other studio in the city. I mean, I work with the flashlight, I use cameras and lenses, I have a studio set up, okay? And how to say, in the changing room, everything is there, but the things I create are not standard, are not normal. You know, we're not taking the pictures for that reason that we're taking just a portrait or a headshot, okay? I mean, I take pictures just because they want to see their cock, you know, in erection. I take those pictures, but that's not what I'm going to teach you, okay? So it is a snappy snap, you know, and you can make those shots as many as you like. But if we speak about artwork, again, I want to come back to it, or even imagine if you're taking your picture, right? And people, how people think, you know, people think that this is happening like that, you know, that you need to spend some time, but in reality, if you would think like logically, and I would like you to do a selfie, right, a great selfie of yourself, erotic selfie of yourself. When I've started doing selfies, I'm not gonna lie, it was like 70, 50 pictures, okay, till I will see that yes, they are, like at the end they are coming out, you know, like great. Okay, so that's how you will learn. Okay, it's not like from the first time you already an artist and you will listen to this course and everything will happen. No, there is many years of practice. Okay, and you should start practice right now. If you're very talented, you will get there faster. Okay, no one explained me much about art. People think that this is an energy which has to flow from you, and if you're artist, you will never stop creating this energy. And that is true. That's how this passion never ends, and that's how this energy field get restored again and again. Even those people will come and drain you out, and I'm absolutely tired and knackered after the shoot. Let me tell you this, I'm not cheating. Okay, I'm giving my all. That's who I am, you know, in the studio. Okay, during the session, my goal is not to save my energy and save my energy and save my time. No, my goal is to create the fine art. Okay, and I am on the pressure, because people who are participating in my shoot, they are not models, they are not helping me. In the contrary, they making my shoot more challenging with every set we go, because they're getting more tired. Okay, and if you think, oh, this is fun, yes, it is fun. I'll tell you why it's fun. Adult photo shoot fun for one reason, because people have not done anything like that before. Okay, and they have never had a person who would like a mentor, like a coach, who would explain them, direct them, show them, and lead them through the shoot. Okay? The only thing what's absolutely killing me is that what I've noticed is that people are not aware of the work and of the energy and of the effort the artist put into this knowledge to become a professional. Okay, yesterday one guy called me and he wanted to book an adult photo shoot for his with his wife, and you know, people when they booking like a business event shoot or a personal event shoot like weddings, they have no problem to pay 3,000, 5,000, 10,000, depends on the artist experience, okay, on the artwork. But when you go to adult photography, they very much shy and narrow in that aspect, and they think that these things should be cheap, you know, or even for free. They would think that this service should be for free because they are coming and undressing. Because no, you would be surprised that that's true. I've got so many how to say inquiries. They would like me to shoot for free because they would come and do anything on the camera. And what? What's that for me? What is this in it for me? You know, they're using my studio, they're using my time, they're using my skills, okay, and they want later to get all these how to say images, you know, and edit it and stuff, and like you spending time on post-production. Believe me, the people who will pay you less, they have a much higher expectations, and they will use you and abuse you more than people who will be willing to pay you a full price. Okay, so that's something what you must be aware. Okay, that's why I'm trying to give you an understanding of the artwork and the value, so you would add value to it. Okay, because if you think that you are just making snappy snaps, some kind of a cheap pictures, okay, and so and even a cheap picture, you go to my to any studio in London, for example, right, and they will have 10 15 shots of you in this outfit, although you will choose just one picture. Okay, they will charge you if it's a, you know, it's a dressed, if you dress, it's going to be 50 pounds. Yeah, it's like a middle price, one picture 50 pounds. But in the reality, they're incalculating all these attempts. So the person had to have 10 15 attempts to actually got into that picture. Okay, and that person who is taking that picture is not aware of this information. He thinks that he had one shot. Okay, and if that will be so simple and everyone will be end up with just one picture making with one outfit, oh my gosh, that would be amazing, right? That would be amazing. But what happens with adult photography, it gets even more awkward. Okay, and it gets even more worse because people are, when they undressing and they underdressed, okay, and they are revealing their body and they are absolutely insecure and know their imperfections, okay, they're freaking out. They are freaking out, okay, and that's why this energy is not right and it's not correct, okay, and that's why it takes longer to shoot this type of project, and you need to be aware and you need to understand this fact, and you will check for yourself if you're not shooting how to say erotic energy, okay, if you're not placing that information into how to say into images, because what I'm doing is I am trying, okay, to help people with their insecurities, okay, to process those memories which become boundaries, okay, become limits in their heads, in their bodies, in their actions, and then they reflect it in their life. Okay, so that is my goal, and that is why I know and I understand what I am doing during that photo shoot. Okay. But what people understand is that, they will take the cock out, right? Or the boobs out, you take the picture and they go. And what the fuck is this energy? What is happening? Why they need this? Okay. But the reason why they come to the photo shoot in the first place, okay, is different. Or she is not, he, doesn't matter, is not happy about the way they look, okay, not happy about themselves, okay, cannot feel sexual energy, sexuality, translate it from their body to another person, right, in the way that that person will feel some kind of a sexual stimulation, lost the connection in their partnership, okay. Okay, when it happened in the family, when it happened between two people, it means that the love is gone. Okay, okay, what left is duties. Okay, duties, and they people live with the duties, right? Or there is a lot of boundaries inside that they are, how to say, they feel unsafe. Okay, and they want to feel free with their sexual fantasies. Okay, with their sex life. Okay, so if you think that this is just a cock picture, or boob picture, or just like, how to say, someone is undressing, then you're fucking wrong. It's never, this, never. It's just a symptom. Okay, the reason why, here we go, this is my 7 years of being a doctor experience speaking. Yeah, so when people will come, they will straight away complain about something, yeah, or reveal some kind of a secrets, or tell something about themselves. They will tell you about their problems in first 15 minutes. Okay, and even if you think that this is a perfect couple, right, and or she or he has a great body and the cock is nice and her body is good and something, why the fuck she is doing this or he is doing this shoot? Yes, for the thrill, for the stimulation, to get braver, to set up a challenge, okay? And there are a lot of other hidden issues. Why? That is why I want to prepare my erotic photographers, adult photographers, for a bigger task, you know? Because to shoot boobs and vagina and a cock in 10 weeks, I can teach you. What is the fucking point to be this type of a teacher? Why I would invest my time in these stupid actions if I would not explain in general what it is to create actual art? It took me 30 years to figure it out for myself. Yeah, and I've been everywhere. Believe me or not, I've been working without any holidays. When I speak to my son, I said, do you see me ever watching TV? I never watch TV. Drinking a cocktail and enjoying myself. No, because I believe that we all came with the purpose. And we need to serve our purpose. And that is what I'm doing. And I'm explaining you things about adult photography. Okay? And I am explaining what stands behind shooting, not how to say, not a subject, like a tree or a handbag or something, but a live human being, which is an adult, which formed, take this form, okay, with all these imperfections. I have not seen anyone perfect in my life, and I know why. Because they came from this background. Not maybe everyone is the same, not everyone similar. Someone is more relaxed, someone, how to say, someone will get there sooner or later, someone is in their stage, someone is in another stage. Doesn't matter. But I am explaining the things that it is important for the artist to understand the value of the art. So if I am putting on the table 30 years of my research, okay, experiments, okay, shooting, painting, editing, doing like everything what involves, coming back to this couple, the guy yesterday who shot, he's asking me, am I alone in the studio? I said, yes. Oh, okay. So you do everything? I said, yes. Okay. So you prepare the studio, you help us, to style, to design. Then you help us, to through the photo session, lead, direct. I said, yes, yes. And then you give all the images. I said, yes. He's like, oh, only you. I said, yeah, only me. Okay. And then he asked, what is the price? And I said, this price. This is all like, okay. And then he's asking, would I have my copyrights for this image, for these images? I said, in this time, we will create that much of the material. They wanted photography and video. And I do not give my copyrights if people have not paid for this. I say, in general, this project with the editing and with everything, not only shooting time, but you need to process the file. And then I am offering a color and black and white collection, which I need to edit to a higher standard. Yes. And every editing is a time consuming, I would not suggest to actually concentrate on editing because I think that I've lost 5 years of my life, okay, to that topic, to that field. I taught myself to do excellent job, in editing, because editing men and editing women is different. Then again, you need editing couples and stuff, and that kind of a thing. So I would not suggest that. I would suggest to concentrate more on photography, and I will explain you why. But coming back to this guy, and he was like saying, well, no, we like the price, but we would like to have this. I said, this is something what you need to buy. Usually people who are doing a photo shoot cannot afford to buy copyrights, okay? And now at the moment, with the price I give you, is like £2 per picture, which satisfies them. It makes them really happy to pay this price. They have a photography and then they have a bonus video, right? They want to use me, okay, for fun, for the thrill, and they do not want to pay. So imagine if everyone would get a present from me, copyrights, how many of the artwork I will be entitled to and how many of the artwork I would show. My website would be empty. Okay, so I would work just for someone else. I say, how it happens is you create the artwork, and then the artist, if he likes this piece, he would make copies and he would sell copies. I said, I am in business for such a long time. My goal is not to reveal anyone's identity. I'm not shooting faces, I'm concentrating, and I am doing a particular, photography which relates to intimate parts, and they are basically not recognizable anyway, right? Unless, it's not, seriously, right? And people get old, so, it's not. And even then, they would like to abuse you. And he was trying to push me to go to agree with his deal that he would have a shoot and I would give him a copyrights. And I had many like that who would like to use you. And I said to him, adult photography, right? It's a subject to many things. Like basically, you will help yourself to my artwork, and I'm not even be able to own this. Are you serious? I know that there are so many people who will shoot artwork. They would lie that this is for their boyfriend, and then they go and make money on it, or for their girlfriend. Or one couple before the new year I booked. Okay, no, the guy said that that this is a shoot for him, and the photo shoot was with a model. Okay, and his wife, girlfriend, whatever, what he said, came, and after the shoot, when the shoot happened, the lady said to me that, can you send me a USB and not give him my address? And I said, how is that? I just was, I was shocked because people are lying. Okay. They're trying to use you, especially when they're not willing to pay you any copyrights. They are trying to get use of you, and your artwork. Okay, and that's how they will use you, and then your art will end up in a porn industry. And that's fine if that's the aim, and you're shooting the models, and models are paying you a certain price because they're doing this for business. But when people are lying to you and saying that this is a private content and that is the reason why it is affordable, okay, shoot with me. So they better lie. Okay, they better take, how to say, be dishonest with me, right? And then use my artwork. So that's the warning, that's the reality, that's the situation, that's that kind of a people you are going to deal with. And through the years, I've seen so many that it made me aggressive. I can hear on the phone straight away some kind of a bullshit. I am not friendly. I stopped being friendly at that moment because I do not want this person appear in my studio, and I do not take everyone. Okay, people needs to be honest with themselves. Okay, and if they do not aware why they doing it, at least you need to, as an artist, you need to protect yourself. You're sharing that responsibility. I am offering enough, offering an absolute incredible service. 1 minute, people want to learn adult videos. Why? Because if you Google, adult videos are very similar, like business videos, and this type of post production and edited from filming to edited format is from 1,000 per minute pounds. Okay, and then it goes 10 and whatever, depending on the industry, depending on, of course, on the person who worked in this project, and so on, and the crew, and what is the content, how many people, what is the location. There are many things involved, but I'm saying that's why people want to use you, because they do not want to pay this money. And I am become a target of a lot of assholes, and I can recognize them. If not, then they will reveal themselves sooner or later. And that's why I am teaching you to respect yourself, okay, to understand why you're creating this work, why in the first place you start doing this, and what is happening in this field. That people will come after you and they will lie. They will lie to get into you. For what? For their own pleasure. Okay, somehow that guy who was doing the shoots before with some amateur lady probably didn't pay much. So he used her. Okay, he used her. And then he thinks that he will go around and find someone to use. And yes, he will find. And I don't want you to be that person who will be used, because I've been used all the time. I'm not going to teach you how to get into this situation. You need to know your position. Yes, you need to get to that point when you're strong enough, when you're professional enough to how to say, to charge. But even starting out, you need to understand the position you are taking as an artist, that you are creating something else and something more than just, boob or cock picture. That's true. Okay, so like I said, there are a lot of people who would do it for their own pleasures, for their own stimulus, and for their own thrill. And that is fine with me. That is absolutely fine with me. But they need to pay. Okay, this is not a charity organization. Adult photography and videos, like I say, they are priced accordingly. And if you think that, how to say, oh, I'm gonna start low, I'm gonna do this, yes, you will get clients and you will get an experience, but there will be a point, and very soon you will get fed up because you will see yourself being used and abused. I am telling you, very soon you will get to that point when you will say enough for yourself. Enough. Because you will put that work in there. You will get those skills. You will get that knowledge. You will get that experience. And you would like those people who are using your service to give you equivalent of what you deserve. And that is simple like that, you know? And that's how you will become that person whose passion, interest will give you a satisfaction. That's how you need to feel. The money equivalent, you know? Because what I am seeing here and what I'm, how to say, getting into is that people want to experiment, people want to try new things, challenges, but they do not want to pay. And they're looking for someone to do their adult adventures for free, you know? And that's true. Like, for example, a prostitute, right? We do not call these prostitutes anymore. But when I arrived to London in 2005, they were still called prostitutes. The girls who are doing adult work. Now they are escort or dating girls. Okay? Everything changes, you know, in life. Everything changes and we need to accept that. Okay, but even this field has a categories, like everywhere, right? So what kind of a category artist you will be? There is a girl who you can find for 150 pounds, and there is a girl you can hire for 1,500. Okay? And let me tell you this, when you go to the adult business, you know, into industry, and if you start working as an adult photographer, you will be feeling cheap and at the bottom so many times that you will start looking for how to say, for a reason to back up your ideas and to give a meaning to all of your art and all of your work and effort. You will be looking for that because you know what, no one wants to be cheap. Okay, not me, excuse me. This is something special. So when I speak with people and when I say to them that they cannot find this type of artist woman who will provide this service with the experience like I have, they're absolutely happy with this, but they want to use me and get my service as cheap as possible. Okay? And what that means is that you are getting those price shoppers. It's an eBay. So it is up to you. You want to be open second-hand eBay? Okay? Or you want to be in Saint Laurent? I mean, for me, it's still to go to Yves Saint Laurent, never been a goal of mine. Okay, but what I've discovered with my photography that it does help people a lot to find themselves, and it helps them to realize the information they cannot reach anywhere else. You know what happens with people? They think they go around the world and they find this information, but all what they're looking for is inside them. Okay, inside them. And the reason why I've decided to create this course is because there is so much porn. And why is it so much? Why is it such a big production of something? Because the consuming part is big. Okay, we're going more and more into consuming porn. And what that is porn, there is an emotional block in a certain area in your personality. Okay, why I say this? Because if you will be really happy with yourself, with your partner, with your relationship, right? you would not need porn. Yeah? You watch porn and something what is, how to say, the standard porn direct, what people, more or less understand, is not very much popular between people. People watch fetishes, people watch, how to say, BDSM, people watch teens, people watch, there is, how to say, medical porn, there is so many porn, bondage, rape, there are so many, how to say, things that people look for, and how many, how to say, channels are hidden, okay? How many stuff has been created which is not legal. When people come to my studio, they have some doubts, and some, especially mature people, will ask me if that's legal. I mean, I I have created a lot of things, but because I view it as a, not for my satisfaction, I view it as a learning curve. Okay, there are a lot of, how to say, things, new things that I would like to still to shoot. Okay, but those are involved, not like degradative things, like very low and stuff. I mean, there are boundaries. For example, I was persuaded, not even persuaded, I don't know. There was one guy who was maybe ringing me 9 times to shoot material with animal porn, like with the big dog. And the guy was absolutely fine, nothing wrong I could say when I was on the phone with him. You look like a lawyer or something. The money is what not the issue. And the reason why I was almost willing to help him, I was just realizing that this head is absolutely fucked up. And his imagination and his illusion and his fantasy is taking him out there. And what will happen if you not satisfy, that area? It can be suppressed, and then aggression can go out, and many things can happen. That's why adult photography, it is very important, okay? Because it does dig up, like I say, subconsciously to those folders, okay, to those places that we cannot reach, unfortunately. And how those places were created? By stimulus, by memory, by energy, right? That is why I teach my students to understand that behind the porn, behind the erotic photography, behind that person who is doing photography, taking picture, nude pictures, sexy pictures, erotic pictures, explicit pictures, penetration shots, masturbation shots, behind that person, there are a lot of limitations. Okay? And I've tried on myself. I did it for myself, and I've realized that, everyone is like that. Okay? And if you will be that photographer who would not understand the reasons, who cannot, how to say, visually project the situation into the positive outcome, of course, do not make people feel worse, but sometimes that's the only way to show their, reality. What is the photography is, oh my god, it's an illusion. Before, I was like obsessed with that illusion. I was just wanting to make people unreal, not looking the way they are, and then I went into this editing process, and then editing, Photoshop especially, will distort reality to the point that the person will not be recognizable. I mean, you can do anything on the Photoshop. That's why I would teach this thing the last, because you don't need, photography must represent reality, must have an energy, must have a base and understanding and plan to it. I mean, you can make a few shots and stuff, But I want people to think before they will take a picture, you know? When we had this film cameras, there was a totally different approach to this field. People were having 24 or 36 or 12 shots, depending on how long is the film. Okay. And they were planning this adventure on the camera, and they couldn't just take non-stop any of pictures and then choose which one is better. Seriously. They were thinking in a different way, right? And now I'm telling you, I am doing this. I'm taking as more pictures as I can because I'm not taking it from one point of view, okay? I am covering as many angles as possible. Go around and see how every time, okay, I changed the perspective, okay, the dimension, how I can impact by moving, not as only the subject, but by moving myself. That's why I am naked every photo shoot, because if we shoot a scene and they have between 30 and 50 shots to one scene, all the pictures will be different. All the pictures will be different. And during that set, I managed to change light 2, 3, 4 times. Yes. So then there will be a stronger vision and visual impact for people. So I'm not sitting there, you know, all relaxed and putting my camera on the tripod. No. This is all hard work for me, and I am working not because they paid me money, but because I know that there is a reason why this couple or why this single person came to my studio. He is here to solve his problems. Some even do not fucking know what they need to solve and what's happening and why, seriously. But it will push them further to their future, you know, to the better life. That I know for sure, you know. So that's my role. That's how I imagine myself every time when people are in my studio, helping them to set themselves free. Okay, helping them freely to think about their body, about their changes, about their life, about their relationship. They can freely talk to me, okay, about their sexual experiences, about their likes, about their dislikes. Okay, they're not afraid. Okay, I push them to the point that they would not be afraid to say, I don't like this. Yeah, there are so many people who would not say this. There are so many people who will make love and they don't like this and they would not say to their partner. Okay, and that's how you can recognize the limitation. Or, for example, they like certain things and they would never say to their partner. I had this lady, she contacted me and she said certain things. I mean, the relationship is, you know, it's stuck and everything is hard, and she is liking now other men, and there are duties and responsibilities in the family, and that's how people feel and live in a torture, you know, living someone's life, and just how to say, the days go by and they feel and they think that they're getting older and nothing is happening in their lives, and the reason why they want to do this photo shoot to actually stand up in front of themselves, right? To fight for their senses, to fight for their truth, and to fight for the freedom. And what I said to her, I just, you know, I was quite harsh. I'm rude in general when it, how to say, when it comes to making a point. And I said to her, stop lying to yourself. Stop lying to yourself, because she wanted to book a photo shoot with the model. If she thinks that relationship is that way, the way she described, this photo shoot with the models would not help her relationship. It will give her relief, a thrill, an adventure which she never had. Okay, so she needs to understand she want to change the relationship, but she needs a booster to go back to her marriage, to her family life, and fight for it again. When people are not honest with me, I don't want to take them. Seriously, that's how it is. Because this is not for me to make them honest. Okay, they're afraid even to tell. So what the fuck they want in their lives? Why they want this photo shoot and stuff? They're trying to give me many things and write many things, and I don't need this type of situations. I like honest people. I can discuss them. If I do not like that approach, or I can discuss this with you to reveal one or the other issue, how people think, why people think this way. Okay, but that's an honest position. The guy who just ringed me today, he said, I want you to watch how I masturbate, and I'm doing this for the thrill. Okay, for stimulation. That's it. I heard him. Clear, I understand. That's an honest. When someone is trying to go around and say, oh, I really like certain type of guys, yeah, and I wanna give my partner like a kick in the back, I'm not really buying this. And sometimes people are so confused, you need to push them to that truth, to that reality, so then they would, because if you are in this age when you cannot be honest to yourself, when you are so much suppressed in your thoughts, okay, she feels embarrassed, ashamed. I understand it is hard to talk about those things. Okay, so that is why photography is helping, but people need to be honest with you. Because if they start lying, you can't create a proper energy, and it just, how to say, it will be as a disaster. And I have shot, and I have experimented, and I have tried for myself, okay, to work with people who I'm not sure about, and I would suggest you not to take those people, right? Not to take them, because you will see it's something will be not straightforward and not right. Okay, that's true, so be aware of this, okay, and understand what's happening and why is this happening. Okay, so that is my honest advice for you right here, right now, right here, why you should create adult photography. If you're thinking that this will help you, you start from yourself. Okay, if you think that you want to help someone else, you start from yourself. That's how it is, because first you need to help yourself. Okay, and see for yourself how many shots you need, how many shots you take, how many selfies you need to get to that perfect shot which you are happy with, not only happy with the photography, but happy with your artwork, with your composition, with your light. Yeah, if I would have now more people on my course, I would give everyone a homework to do how to say, to do in front of the window a selfie, a hot selfie, right, and see who can express themselves. And because people, when they take their own pictures, especially when they get not used to be in front of the camera, it is very hard to translate this sexual energy when you absolutely relax and you confident and you calm. Okay, so that is very important, to give yourself time and to grow into it. Nothing happens really fast, if you're making art, yes, I am that kind of photographer who could paint a picture over the night, on the oil and like on canvas. I don't like to take a really long time and stuff. But the things I'm telling you are so much important that will impact all those moves, ideas in your future. And that is why I want to put this base. And first, we need to start from you, right? You. So you be confident and you try on yourself how it is, how easy it is. And you get to, to feel and be in that position before you shoot someone else. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. Love you, kiss you, bye. And this is a Shoot Like a Pro. Like always, on Tuesday, I will have this masterclass and I will speak about art, making art. And on Thursday, I will be answering into the questions. So thank you for watching and see you.